Okay, Hooptie Murray project. The plan for today is to get the transaxle at least pulled out and hopefully the new one put in. On this one, it'll be a little bit more difficult since this machine is somewhat put together. Obviously, no deck. Deck won't be going back on for a while, but it is 100% doable with a battery and the rear fender in place. I don't currently have a battery, so I don't really have to worry about that, but I'm not removing the rear fender. This transaxle did kind of work, but it's missing the little shifter ball, I think. I think this is the one that's missing the shifter ball. I remember taking apart one of these, I don't remember which one, and screwing up something. This was like 15 years ago. A very long time I've had this transaxle. And it's been basically just sitting around. I put it in here. It did kind of work, but it would not shift properly. So I have a good donor transaxle, another 6-speed, that will be going in here, and this machine will be back up and running and driving. The plan is to actually, with this transaxle here, pretty much cut it in half width-wise. Get rid of the entire gear section of it, just keep the axles, and it will be the differential, keep all that intact, and put that into this right here. This will become my engine test stand. So the plan is to cut it off right here, right at the rear fender. Probably leave everything in place, lose the side steps. The rear half will just go for scrap. I'll probably salvage a lot of these bolts out of it. They're nice self-tapping bolts that Craftsman uses on these. So salvage some of the hardware out of the back. Keep it from the dash forward. Keep the steering in place, keep the complete dashboard in place. The hood won't need a hood on it. The frame will be cut at the front, probably right here, to allow different exhausts to go in without any difficulty. Front axle will be saved. I don't know about these tires as of yet. If I can find another set that are junkier, I'll use them. If not, I'll use these. Not a big deal either way. Like I said, I already have the dash. I have the dash that came off the Murray. That will get bolted straight back onto here without any issues. The steering will get hooked back up. It's not like it's going to be moved around or being driven. Technically, actually, it could actually be driven if you really wanted to put it together and make a stubby. You have to put a different transaxle in it, but you could technically build a stubby mower, but I'm not. Anyways, the transaxle will get moved forward. I'll just use the rear mounts for the transaxle, and this will be my portable engine test stand. And I have ideas on what I'm going to do with the wiring, which I'll share at a later date. Obviously, the brakes will be removed, and that entire setup will just get cut out once I do build this. So the goal right now is to just tackle this transaxle. I'm hoping these rear hoops and casings will come off. I'm kind of crossing my fingers on that. I know the ones on the Murray should come off. They've been greased and we'll be good to go. Shifter linkage will come out, and that's pretty much it. There's no other wiring in this. Everything's been taken out, and the harness will be modified for the engine test stand to make it work the way I need it to work. So anyways, that's my goal for right now. Get that all taken care of and get that done so I can make this a runner and a driver. Yet again, since we know it runs, we just don't know if it'll drive. I'm assuming that transaxle should be good. The machine was just up and running last season, to my knowledge, but lack of maintenance potentially, or the mouse nest, which we'll show at a later date in that engine, potentially took that machine out. So here's, like I said, the Murray. This is the dash off the Poulon Pro. It is a much nicer upgrade. It's an upgrade, but it's a downgrade a little bit with the wiring harness. So we're gaining the voltmeter, but we're losing one safety feature, which isn't a huge deal. So that's not too big of a deal. I'm not really worried about it at all. So anyways, I'm gonna get to work, and we'll come back if there's anything exciting, which I very much doubt there will be. So I'll talk to them later. Please keep it redneck like always, and please subscribe and comment.